What's up, everybody? Welcome back out here on the lake today, guys, doing some fishing. Look at that back here, man. It's that time of year. Storms popping up. I got up here, it wasn't supposed to really rain or anything till about 7, but man, it's just that time of year. It looks like it's about to storm. But today, guys, we're going to go around throwing the Ultralight, or what's not really an ultralight, it's a light crappie rod. This is one of those new TEC series from Akuma. Got this with a little 500 reel, little Seymour reel, and some 4-pound test line. And dude, we're gonna go around and just see what we can catch. There should be panfish up, there should be freaking bass. Little bass might catch a good sized bass. We're gonna throw some of these new, all right guys, sorry, we're gonna throw some of these new little flutter nymphs. Look at these dudes, little 2.5, I think these are 2.5, yeah, 2.5 inch flutter nymphs on a little jig head, dude. And we're gonna see what we can catch with these things. Run around, try to beat the storm. I don't know, we're just gonna get at it, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's jump out here and do some fishing. All right, guys, come on, let's go. Yeah, I like throwing these around. The setup seems to be a little big for smaller gills, but little bass and bigger like red breasts and stuff like that should have no problem eating this setup. I don't think. It didn't seem like they would be. Let's put my seed up. I expect to get popped a lot with this. I expect a lot of these little spots, bigger spots, should be able to take a whack at this thing pretty easy. About a week or so ago, they're in here pretty dense, but there's one, good one. There we go, first one on the flutter nymph. Man, here we go, first bass. We've been here, we just fished. We fished for 5 minutes. I don't even think we've been here 5 minutes. First little spot. Throwing these micro little flutter nymphs, little 2.5 inch flutter nymph, which to me the flutter nymph in this 2 inch size is perfect. If I could find I wish I could find like a little weedless setup for this and it worked properly. I don't know, I'm still messing around at how I want to throw this thing, but let's let that little spot go. This should be a blast of a day though. Probably gonna break some big ones off. We just don't know what's gonna happen with this thing. It falls really slow. I gotta see one move on it. Can't get it in the brush as good as I want to. I can work the outside of the brush. There's one. But I can't really get in that brush the way I want to. We're about to find out how many little bass are in this lake for sure today. Because I know these spots love the flutter nymph. And the fact that now I got this little one, man. This thing's going to be absolutely devastating to these little dudes. There's one. Oh, darn it, come off. There's one. There we go, dude. This lake's just full of these little spots. You get you a little rod like this. I'm gonna allow that drag just a little bit because I got a feeling I'm gonna land into a big one. I mean, look at this, like back to back, like less than 15 minutes. We're already catching fish like crazy. There's another one. That's a pickle. I actually wanted to hold him, he's small. This little flutter nymph is 2.5 inches. Fish Lab makes this. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I've been fishing the bigger 3.5 inch for several years now. And it's very productive lure for me. But I've always thought, I was like, man, if they had a little one of these things. From the first day I seen it, I was like, dude, if they had like a little 2 inch, 2.5 inch one of these, it would just be absolute fire money. It would be amazing. Here we go. Exactly what I wanted right here. You don't realize there are a ton of little spots in this lake, and I mean like tons. Everywhere you go. So I'm just gonna fish this bank, keep going down through here, keep plugging away. Just about wherever we find structure, we should find a little bass or two, I would think. There's one. Let that thing drop. See, along these banks like this, oh, he's a fighter. A nice little guy right here. Along these banks like this where there's no brush, I just throw it and let it drop down deep. Catch him. Be awesome. Pickles everywhere. What's that? 5 fish from there. I'm sorry guys, I'm moving y'all too fast. All right guys, so 5 fish from there to just around here. Less than 15 minutes, we've caught 5 bass. It's not gonna be giants, but the thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all, is the likelihood of hooking into a big spot with this is very high because these spots do get pressured. And when they see something like this, this is like, you know, prime little food that they just pick up. Little bug, little forage in the water. Bass are all around. And like I said at the beginning of this, I don't know, like if this would be, the way I have it set up, I don't think it'd be a great panfish lure unless you're catching nice sized panfish. Now if you're trying to weed out a lot of little ones, like a little gills and stuff like that, this would be a good bait. Now they're probably going to take these little flutter appendages off really easy, but you could definitely catch nicer size gilberts and stuff with this setup. Little ones, I don't know. There's one. Good one. There we go. That's cool. Trying to figure out different ways I can work this flutter nymph. I just kind of threw it in there and just swam it across. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there, boys and girls. Look at that. That's a good one. That's the best one yet, I do believe. Ow, you hurt me. Look at that. That's a quality, good little pretty spot. Let's let him go. Spotted bass. So I just threw that flutter nymph in there. Worked it along the top of that, and he just snatched that thing. That's a fish. He got it. He got it. That's a good one. He got it. Oh, that's a good one, guys. Oh my goodness. That's a good one. That's the best one yet. Dang, I'm gonna get a net. That's a good one. Dang, that's a good one. Sorry, I'm excited. Let's move him out a little bit. Keep him pinned. Oh, that's a good one, guys. I'm going to have to grab my net. Get down here and grab him. I got 4-pound test line on. There's no way I can boat flip this guy off this spot. Nice, guys. Look at that spot, dude, on that little flutter nymph. Look at that. That's a stud. That's a stud. Look at that. That thing just came right out. That's all rod right there. Man, what a great spot. I'm going to take a picture of this dude. All right, guys. Well, man, look at that little spot. That's a good spot. Caught it on that little 2.5-inch flutter nymph. I've been here, man, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. 30, 40 minutes. We already out here catching fish. It's probably like the 7th bass. Best bass yet. Let's catch a bigger one. Come on, guys. Man, that's a good one. All right, guys. Let's let this bass go. Man. The flutter nymph. Catching these little spots. That's a good spot, though. I'd have been happy to catch that on regular. That was so much fun on this setup. And like I said at the beginning, guys, I'm using this TEC Custom Series. These are new Akuma crappie rods. And they look so good with the same, or with all the accents and the carbon fiber and the red. This is a 500 series on 4-pound I can't say the word. It's P-line floor clear. It's mono with a coat of fluorocarbon. It's my favorite line to use when I gotta use mono. And we're just throwing around these little 2-inch flutter nets of this thing and catching fish. I love the feel of this rod. It's fast, but it's got a nice little bit of tip to it, so you can move it around. It's a great crappie rod, but it's an all-around species rod if you ask me. I think it works good for catching bass. It's a light action rod, but it's kind of in between a medium light or a ultralight and a light to me. It doesn't quite feel, I've had heavier lights, that's what I'm trying to say. I like fishing like this, guys. I mean, if you're a bass fisherman, you watch my channel and you just chase big fish, live scope, non-live scope, dude, grab an ultralight. If you ain't got an ultralight, just go out one day. It's the most peaceful form of fishing. And honestly, you never know when you're going to catch a decent fish doing it. And it's just a lot of fun. Sometimes it's a nice break from the norm. It's just fun. It'll take you back to your roots. That's a fact. Or if you're getting into fishing, guys, ultralight, it's a good way to get in and start fishing and really learning how these fish work, learning what they do. It's how I started off fishing this lake and really give myself a lot of confidence. I started off catching little fish, and then I moved on up to catching bigger fish. But I learned I could catch bigger fish doing this. What's kind of good, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get those micro finesse because I still got a lot of hook on this. This is a regular micro series jig head from Akuma, so it still had, or not Akuma, from Z-Man, because I like using Z-Man stuff. And it's got a lot of hook to it, you know what I mean? The micro finesse might have had too small of a hook for this technique, so I'm kind of glad I got these. There's one. It's a good one. There we go. That's a good one, boys and girls. He feels big. Oh, that's a good one. If I drag just a hair, but I don't want him taking me in that tree. Oh, yeah, man. See, this is what's up. This is fun. Tell me this ain't fun, boys and girls. This is fun. There we go. Boat flip. Yeah. That's a good one. Nice spotted bass. Out here on the light rod, throwing the little flutter. Look at that thing. That's bass candy, son. Bass candy. He's just sitting over there. There's one decent little. Look at that jump. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'm always got my hands in the wrong place when it comes to this camera. I need to put my other camera. I need to fix my pole. I lost my nut and start putting my back camera up. That's something I need to do. I need another camera angle. Look at that nice little spot. We're just tearing them up with this little dude. I mean, this thing is just getting them. This morning now, we got storms supposed to roll in here in a few hours, and they've been kind of scattered all around me. Oh, there's one. Oh, no, that's a stick. What was I saying? Yeah, there's been storms scattered all around me, so I've been kind of just waiting to get poured on, but it ain't happened yet, but it might. I'm prepared for that. Mentally. Not really. I didn't really bring much to keep myself dry, but when it gets warm like this, it's not so bad. Get a little wet. Don't bother me as much. Sometimes I like fishing in the rain. All your stuff's gonna get soaking wet, but that's just the way it goes. There's a good one. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Oh, I gotta get him out of the. Oh my goodness, that's a good one, guys. This freaking thing. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's real good. Look at that dude right there. Oh my goodness. Another good spot. This is bass, man. They're just loaded up here. Where y'all at, boys and girls? Where y'all at? I need to be fishing right now. Fish before the rain. That dude's got a weird bump on the top of his lip. Look at that. Nice bass. Man, that's a good one. Nice one. Let's let him go. Dude. I might have found the ultimate bait for catching these spots. I always said, man, when they made these, they come out with like a little 2.5 inch, that it would just be amazing. And here we are. They finally did. They come out with this last fall or something like that, last year. And I'm just now got my hands on them and I'm fishing them. So I've had these since, I think I just seen a big one out there. I've had them for a while. I've had them for months, but right now is what I've been waiting for. You know what I mean? Like this time of year. There's one. Oh, I forgot to top my drag up. He's not that big. Back to the little dude. These little dudes are fun to catch too, though, because they fight so darn hard. What are you doing, little dude? Welcome to Bass and Grab. What's up, buddy? Let's let him go. See ya. Yeah, let him get bigger. He'll get bigger, he'll come back and see us. Uh-oh, starting to rain a little bit. That's never fun. You know, honestly, I guess maybe it's a little bit of skill or just a little luck, but I haven't got snagged really, but like one time doing this. Now, I might wish I didn't say that, but I'm not really fishing the bottom with this. I'm kind of just floating it. It drops pretty slow and I'm fishing deep, so I can't fish in the brush because it's an exposed hook. It's going to get hooked up. So I'm kind of working the upper section of the wood, like across the top, because the bass are sitting under there and they see that come off. It looks like a little bug swimming off a branch or a piece of wood, you know. And that bass, it just goes whoop and grabs it. So I'm kind of, there's one. Let him have it for a second. Maybe let him have it too long. He kicked it out. We're drifting towards him. I don't think I'm going to get a hook set on him. I'll let him play with it for a minute, though. Stand up. There's one. There's a good one. He's little. He's carrying. Might have been the same one. I think he really ever felt that hook. Another little spot. I've caught so many spots in the past about this size. I mean, I used to catch these fish like this all the time. That one just don't care, though. He's ready to go. I was going to show him off, but he said, "You ain't showing me off on YouTube. He ain't making nothing." He was over it. There's a good one. Oh, he's not. Sometimes these little ones, they run. They feel like it. I'm like, oh my goodness, a good one. Nope, that's the smallest one I ever caught. Not really, but he's little. Little dude. All right, guys. Well, man, we've been tearing it up. But, of course, something bad would always happen when you're doing really good. I've been doing good out here. I was running across the lake, going to another spot, just to try another area. And sure enough, I didn't get the trolling motor popped out. And it fell doing about 45 and snapped the trolling motor shaft. So now I've got to fix the shaft. My day is done. That shaft is snapped in half. I mean, it's pretty much just barely dangling. I'll show y'all when I get back over the ramp. I'm going to troll back over here with the motor. And freaking pissed. So there goes $60, and it's a pain in the butt to do it. It's not super hard. I've got to change that motor out in the bottom of that anyway. But now it's like, whatever. It is what it is. All right, guys, I'll show y'all when I get back to the ramp. Ruin a good day. It does. That's just the way it goes. But we got a good video out of it. Caught a lot of fish. Caught close to 20 fish. I was only here for like 2.5 hours. I was getting ready to go to the other end of the lake just to check it out. And that happened to me. So that'll just shut you down fast. All right, guys. Well, I pulled up over here because I tried to see if I could get the shaft back through. Now, I filmed a vertical video how bad it is. I'll show y'all that real quick. Well, that's not supposed to be like that. That's what happens when your trolling motor falls down doing 45 across the lake. It snaps like a twig. Alright, well, it snapped. I can't get it back through here to pull it out where I can at least drive down the lake because it's so broken. It even snapped the bottom of the thing. I'm surprised it didn't break any bolts on this thing, on the hole. I need to check that out. I'll do that when I repair this. But so I guess what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go back to the boat ramp, get my car, see if I can get a screwdriver, take this top part apart, and then slide it down the shaft out this way. That way I can haul it. Because right now I can't do nothing. I can't get it back through here. I broke the other boat, one like this. I didn't break it as bad. This one's just destroyed it. I mean, I was doing like 50, 40, I think I was doing like 46. And it just, plow, just, I mean, it just instantly exploded. It's a good thing though that I don't think it tore anything. I don't think it ripped any of my aluminum or anything. It just, those shafts are strong, but they're also kind of not strong. They're fiberglass, so they will bend, but they'll just burst. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to try to push this thing off and then inch our way back to the boat ramp and then see if I can't get this head unit off. I've done this before, so I kind of understand how all this works. So, dang, a good day turned to tragedy. What can you do? All right, well, I got a boogie because it's going to rain a little bit and it's going to make it even worse. So let's just go ahead and go. And then I'll film it as I do it over there. All right, come on. Get the cap off this. I'm going to unhook these wires, take this boat out. After unscrewing this, I should be able to slide it right out. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's what we're left with. Just going to tuck this down here and hopefully it won't fly out too bad. I got everything screwed together so nothing can go anywhere. I'm probably going to have to get another one of these bottom caps because that thing is snapped. And look at this trolling motor, which I need to rebuild this motor in this thing anyway. And I guess now, it'll give me a reason I have to do it instead of being lazy. But another thing I was worried about is if any of these magnets were busted in here, I was going to have to take this off anyway. So now, if any magnets are broken, I got to get a new lower housing. I can just replace everything. All right, guys, let's do an outro. All right, everybody. Well, that's that, man. We're doing good today. We were catching fish. We were tearing it up. Having a great time using a light rod, just catching bass, man. The spots were tearing that little flutter net up. And then tragedy struck. The freaking trolling motor fell, and that's that. And y'all seen that. And here we are. But it was a great day. We still were able to catch probably about 20 fish. I mean, so it still made a video. Even though it was about 2.5 hours, we tore it up. So it's just the way it goes. Sometimes, guys, stuff breaks and you just got to get it fixed. I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be out real soon to make another video, guys. Y'all go fishing. Summer's coming, boy. It's warm out here. I got to went swimming. I might still go down there and jump in. Nah, probably not. I appreciate y'all. See y'all.